There are moments in life that stop time completely. For Sofia, that moment happened on a Thursday morning in Edinburgh, Scotland, 8 months into her pregnancy, alone in her apartment, when her water broke.
3 weeks early, in a foreign country, without her mother.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Tales. I'm Sarah. Today we're talking about one of the most emotional medical experiences a person can have, giving birth in an English-speaking country. Whether this is your situation, someone you know, or simply something you want to be prepared for, today's episode gives you the words you need. New here? Subscribe and hit the bell. And if today's episode moves you, please give us a thumbs up.
Welcome back. I'm James. Today's vocabulary: contractions, labour, delivery, midwife, newborn, will help you navigate one of the most significant medical experiences in any language. Every birth is different, and the medical team around you is there to guide you every step of the way. Trust them. Talk to them. Ask every question you have.
Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's hear today's story.
Today we're talking about Sofia, 30 years old, from Brazil, living in Edinburgh, Scotland for 2 years with her husband Raphael. They had appointments, they had a plan, they had a hospital bag packed by the door.
The hospital bag, the universal symbol of a prepared parent.
What they didn't plan for was the baby arriving 3 weeks early. On a Thursday morning in October, Sofia was alone when she felt a slow, warm rush. She stood very still and understood immediately what had happened.
Her water had broken. 37 weeks pregnant. 3 weeks before her due date.
Sofia did 3 things quickly: called Raphael, called the maternity ward, and sat down on the sofa because her legs felt suddenly unreliable.
The midwife on the phone was calm and clear. She said, "Sofia, are you feeling any contractions? Any tightening in your abdomen that comes and goes?" Sofia said, "Yes, for the past few hours. Every maybe 20 minutes?" The midwife said, "That sounds like early labor. Come in so we can assess you. Bring your hospital bag. We'll be ready."
Raphael arrived in 12 minutes. They were at the hospital in 20. The maternity ward was quieter than Sofia had imagined. Soft lighting, calm voices. A midwife met them at the entrance. "Sofia, I'm Claire. Come with me. Let's get you assessed."
Claire monitored the baby's heart rate, measured the contractions, and explained everything as she went. She said, "Your contractions are every 12 minutes, and you're in early labor. Your baby is in a good position. Everything is normal, just a little earlier than planned. Babies have their own schedule." Sofia laughed, which surprised her. She hadn't expected to laugh.
Over the next several hours, contractions became stronger and closer. Claire stayed with them throughout. At one point, Sofia said, "I don't know what's normal. I don't know if what I'm feeling is right." Claire said, "That's exactly why we're here. Tell us everything you feel, every sensation, every change. You don't need to know what's normal. We know. Your job is to talk to us."
That, said Sofia later, was the most reassuring thing anyone said to her all day.
At 4:17 in the afternoon, 13 hours after her water broke, Sofia delivered a baby girl. 3 weeks early, but healthy. Pink and loud and absolutely furious about the whole situation.
The midwife placed the baby on Sofia's chest. Sofia looked at her and said something in Portuguese, because some moments don't happen in your second language. Raphael was crying. Claire was smiling. The baby was still furious.
A nurse did the newborn assessment: breathing, heart rate, temperature, reflexes. She said, "She's doing beautifully, small but strong." Sofia said, "She takes after her father." Raphael, still crying, said, "That is not fair."
Sofia stayed 2 days. On the second, a midwife sat with her for 30 minutes, going through everything: recovery, what to watch for, when to call. She said, "You're going to have questions at 3 in the morning. Write them down, call us. That's what we're here for.
Sophia was discharged Saturday afternoon. She carried her daughter out in a car seat slightly too big, wearing a hat that kept sliding over her eyes. Raphael walked beside them looking like a man who hadn't slept in 2 days. Because he hadn't. And Sophia thought, I did this. In a foreign country. In my second language. I did this. Sarah, you've worked in maternity. What do you want people to know about giving birth in a country where English isn't their first language?
Talk. That's the most important thing. Tell the midwife everything you're feeling, every sensation, every change, every worry. In a maternity ward, information from the patient is clinical data. The more you share, the better the team can support you. Don't assume something is too small to mention. Tell them.
And ask for things to be explained. If a midwife says something you don't understand, ask her to repeat it. Use different words. Slow down. Nobody will think less of you for asking. They want you to understand. Your understanding is part of your care.
And if you're pregnant abroad, connect with maternity services as early as possible. The relationship you build with your midwife before the birth is the relationship that carries you through it. Learning section. 5 essential words.
Number 1. Contractions. The rhythmic tightening of the uterus that moves the baby through the birth canal during labor. They come and go, getting stronger, longer, and closer together as labor progresses. Pronunciation: Contractions. Say to a nurse, my contractions are coming every 10 minutes. Number 2. Labor. The full process the body goes through to give birth, from the first contractions to the delivery. Early labor is when contractions begin. Active labor is when they become stronger and more frequent. Pronunciation: labor. You'll hear, you're in early labor. Everything is progressing normally. Number 3. Delivery. The moment the baby is born. Pronunciation: delivery. You might hear, the delivery went very smoothly. Baby is healthy and strong. Number 4. Midwife. A healthcare professional who specializes in pregnancy, labor, and birth. In many English-speaking countries, midwives lead care during normal pregnancies, working alongside doctors. Highly trained specialists, not assistants. Pronunciation: midwife. You'll hear, your midwife today will be Claire. She'll be with you throughout. Number 5. Newborn. A baby in the first days or weeks of life. Shortly after birth, the medical team does a newborn assessment, checking breathing, heart rate, temperature, and reflexes. Pronunciation: newborn. You'll hear, the newborn assessment shows everything is looking healthy.
3 phrases for the maternity ward. First, my water broke about an hour ago. I'm having contractions every 15 minutes. Time, event, frequency. In one sentence. This is the first thing a midwife needs to hear.
Second, can you explain what's happening right now? In labor, things move quickly. You are always allowed to ask for an explanation. The midwife will tell you exactly where you are and what to expect next.
Third, I'm not sure if what I'm feeling is normal. Can you check? Say this as many times as you need to. No question is too small. No sensation too minor. Your voice is part of your care.
Today's word, contractions. 4 syllables. Contractions. Stress on the second syllable. Say it. My contractions are coming every 10 minutes. One more time. My contractions are coming every 10 minutes. Perfect.
In many English-speaking countries, midwives play a central role in maternity care throughout the entire pregnancy, not just during birth. If you are pregnant abroad, ask your doctor early about how maternity care works in your area. Understanding the system before you urgently need it means that when the moment comes, you can focus entirely on what matters.
And if English is not your first language, many hospitals offer interpreter services or multilingual support. Ask about this at your very first appointment. You have every right to understand everything said to you during your care. If you need support to make that happen, ask for it early.
5 questions.
Question 1. What city was Sophia living in? Edinburgh, Scotland, with her husband Raphael, who worked in technology. They had been there for 2 years.
Question 2. How many weeks pregnant was Sophia when her water broke? 37 weeks. 3 weeks before her due date.
Question 3. What is a midwife? A healthcare professional specializing in pregnancy, labor, and birth. In many English-speaking countries, midwives lead care during normal pregnancies, working alongside doctors.
Question 4. What did Claire say was Sophia's job during labor? To talk, to describe every sensation, every change, every worry. The midwife's job is to know what's normal. Sophia's job was to communicate what she was feeling.
Question 5. What is a newborn assessment? A check done by the medical team shortly after birth, monitoring breathing, heart rate, temperature, and reflexes to confirm the baby is healthy.
How did you do? 5 out of 5 is wonderful. Missed any? Go back to the vocabulary section. That's exactly what it's there for.
Quick review. Contractions. Rhythmic tightening of the uterus during labor. Labor. The full process from first contractions to delivery. Delivery. The moment the baby is born. Midwife. Specialist in pregnancy and birth who leads care throughout. Newborn. A baby in the first days of life, assessed by the medical team after birth.
And that's Sophia's story. 3 weeks early, a foreign country, her second language, a baby girl, pink and loud, placed on her chest at 4:17 on a Thursday afternoon in Edinburgh. She talked to her midwife. She asked her questions. She said what she was feeling, and she got through it.
If this episode helped you, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Fluent Tales. Leave a comment telling us where you're from. We read every single one.
Thank you for being here. Take care of yourselves and each other. This has been Fluent Tales.
See you next time.
And Sophia says, my daughter was born 3 weeks early, in Scotland, in the rain, wearing a hat that didn't fit. She has been doing things her own way ever since.
Sounds about right. Bye, everyone.